Hey guys, it's actually Thursday, but you're probably going to be watching this on Friday unless I post it later, but probably going to be Friday because I wanted to make sure I had a video that I could send out there on a Friday because I'm going to a celebration of life tomorrow, and I met a guy once, good guy, nice guy. He was dating my really good friend, like family to me. And I like the fact that it's going to be a celebration of life, because that's what it's what it's all about, celebrating the person. The spirit lives on. Buddhism, you're reborn, and your spirit consciousness, the energy that you are, that doesn't go away. It's always around, stays around. So I'm going to a celebration of life tomorrow. And support my, like I said, really good friend of mine, and the family, etc. It's just to be there and be that support. But anyway, I wanted to talk about behaviour. This one came up the other day, and I started thinking about it. It's funny because I'm actually doing one of the things that I'm going to talk about that probably be a good idea to choose not to do. But behaviour. There's only one thing to do to start getting on a journey that you want, and that's changing your behaviour. Because if you don't change that behaviour, you're not going to move, guys. That comes with anything. If you want to lose that 5 pound, not moving is not going to get you there. You've got to change the behaviour, changing the foods, changing the times you eat, everything has to change. It's a matter of changing the behaviour. If you want to, do a 5k run, you're not gonna get there by sitting watching Netflix. Yeah, you've got to train, you've got to move, you've got to get the right nutrition and make sure you're exercising and stretching and doing some runs and leading up, and there's a lot involved. Getting the right nutrition is a big one. So if you're not changing the behaviour, you're not going to change your direction. And that also comes with your mind. Because it all starts with your mind. How are you reacting to thought patterns that's happening? Are they keeping you stationary? Those times when you wake up in the morning and you planned on taking that run the night before because you felt okay about it. Then you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, I really want to stay in bed. Are you going to listen to that and not change the behaviour of the normal? Or are you going to change the behaviour and get up and get your running gear on, or walking gear, whatever it is, gym gear, and tell yourself, change the behaviour, get out there. I've done that. I've done that a few times where you get into those areas and you're going to slip. You're human. Absolutely, you're going to slip. But once you become aware that you've slipped or you're slipping, start changing the behaviour. Because we get in a rhythm of snowballing thoughts, and we start to think too much, or we're thinking in the negatives all the time, which snowballs to more negatives, and then down we go. So change the negatives. Start. Even if you have to force it, even if you've got things coming in and you're not quite believing it, you've got to shift and I'm saying got to, but if you don't, just stay where you are. So it's better choices. So put it that way. It's better choices. Choose to change. Choose to change that behaviour. Whatever you want to do, change it. And the reason I said back there, I'm actually doing one of the things, I just did it again and caught myself, because I do it a lot. And I think a lot of us do it, is we don't walk with a sense of confidence and pride in ourselves. We're all walking with our face down in a phone, or where our face is on the ground looking at the ground. I notice myself a lot. I start looking at the ground, especially if I see someone approaching. Why? Why am I doing that? Eye contact? Make eye contact with a human being and smile at them. That's the best thing to do, because then it gives you that boost. It gives you that energy. Change the behaviour. If you literally pull your shoulders back and look up and walk. I just had this conversation with my oldest daughter, the other night. And she goes, yeah, I realise I do that. And I said, yeah, we do it, but a lot of people do. They don't walk with a sense of pride. By just standing up straight, keeping your back straight, pulling your shoulders back and your chin up, and actually walking with a sense of self-confidence. It goes down a long way, guys. It goes down a long way with your mind, and it looks very confident in front of people. Just stand with that sense of pride. Be proud of yourself. You know, I don't know what it is actually, but I think with me, I don't know if it's that kind of, I don't want people to see me, or shame, or I don't know what it is. But it's something, because why would we do it? There's no reason to not stand straight with your shoulders back and walk with a sense of pride. But we don't. And when we don't, what are we portraying to ourselves? What are we telling ourselves by doing that? Think about that. Even do it now. Go outside, go for a walk, and pull your shoulders back and lift your head up with a purpose. Every time you catch yourself kind of doing this and looking down at the ground, lift your head up. I know I do it, guys. I do it. I probably do it on all my bloody videos. I know I do it. This is something that I've started to be conscious of and to start really getting on and being aware that when I do it, no, pull your shoulders back, stick your chin up, and walk with a sense of pride and direction. Because that's giving direction to the mind. I'm going there. If you walk like this, you're kind of giving that I ain't confident to the mind, to your own mind. And then what happens? Start running in that direction. Your mind's going to start moving in that direction. It just does. It's the message that you're giving. And remember, I keep saying, the mind only knows what you give it. So if you're giving it a sense of body image or a body language that it's picking up and going, oh shit, it's kind of scared of something, or shamed about something, because this is like shame, even though you may not be thinking shame, you're sending that message. It's just like people that say, swear words in my book. Have to, can'ts, shoulds, shouldn'ts. Now when I hear should or shouldn't, I say, you shoulding on yourself? If you tell yourself that, it makes you laugh, and then you'll start remembering. Don't say them. Words, they are defeating words. That's like someone pointing the finger at you. Shoulds, have tos, can't is a big one, right? 4-letter word. Terrible word. Horrible word. Yeah? It's defeating straight away. As soon as you say that word, boom, you're defeated already. You're telling the mind. You've already told the mind before you even tried. Take the word out. Take the T off. It's just the T on the end that makes it the negative. Take the T off. A T's no good on its own, apart from drinking. Right? I do like a nice cup of rosé. Drink a cup of tea. I like that. But you put it on the end of the bloody can, and all of a sudden you got a freaking negative shit word. Go with the can. Don't put the T on the end. Don't belong there. Don't belong there. Because that changes your behaviour. You take the T off, changes your behaviour. Start saying I can, even if you're not quite believing it. Yeah, I can do that. It sends the message to the mind. We have to change our behaviour, guys. If we don't start changing our behaviours, we just stay put. We don't move. And it's it's doing the work. It's doing the work. If there's certain things that that can help, and again, I'm going to say it again, you're human, I get it. There's those days when you feel, my word, completely on a bit of a downer, and you can't see that light. Like I've said before, the sun's behind every cloud. The sun's behind every cloud, and you can move that cloud a little bit by changing your behaviour, and that means go to gratitude. Change the behaviour. If you're really if you're really, really down, go to gratitude as well. I've gone down to where I've had gratitude for the shoes on my feet. Getting up, getting in the shower, cleaning your teeth. These are things that we forget. That even sometimes when we get into those low places and all we do is want to just stay in bed, those things don't get done. So if you're actually doing it, if you're in that frame of mind, you're changing your behaviour by doing it, by getting up. There's a gratitude. By getting yourself in the shower, there's a gratitude. You're actually doing it. You're moving forward. You're pushing yourself through. May not feel like it, but every little tiny step like that helps you to move forward and start seeing the end. You start seeing that sun behind the cloud, moving the cloud away. But the behaviour has to change. Yeah, there's certain things. Meditating every day. Get on the mat. Yeah, you may miss here and there, but as long as you're continually consistent and start setting up times throughout your day, set your phone up. Here's a tip. Set your phone up or your watches or whatever device, so that an alarm goes off around about every hour and a half. You can go to 2, I wouldn't go beyond 2, to where it tells you to tune in. And then you're going to spend, I can't see worms dry up, guys. I've got to like rescue them. And then you're going to spend just a few minutes just tuning in. And the first thing is like working on your breath. Tune into your breath. Start doing box breathing. 5 count in, hold for 5, 5 count out, hold for 5. Right? So you're holding empty at the bottom and you're holding full at the top. Right? And don't rush the counting. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 1, 2, 3, like that. Yeah? And just tune in. Do a few rounds of that. There's other breath works that I do. But I always, if you get the box breathing and you just do box breathing for a bit, and then throughout your day, just have that alarm go off. Tune in, whatever words you want to put up on there that makes you tune in. Oh, whatever you got to put up there that makes you help you tune in, stay calm or think or whatever. Then every I'm looking at the floor again. See, every time that alarm goes off, you tune into yourself and be present. That's changing a behaviour, something that you wouldn't normally do, because you're stuck in old patterns. And when you get stuck in the old patterns, and the brain knows what those old patterns are because it's used to it, it don't matter how traumatic it's going to feel to you. The brain knows what it is because we do it every day. We think the same things every day, day in, day out. We don't think really much different. I forget what the percentage, it's ridiculous. The percentage amount of thoughts that we have in a day, that's exactly the same as the day before and the day before that and the day before that. We don't change the behaviour, guys. We don't think about it. We're not aware of it. It's about being aware and getting conscious with that stuff. You know, if you want to do something, you've got a certain goal. You ain't going to get anywhere sitting there. Start putting a plan together, even if it's down to the smallest thing of writing up a list of directions and maybe people to call and what you got to find out. Well, even if you don't know anything about a subject, nothing whatsoever, and you want to learn it, you can learn it. But you ain't going to learn it by, twiddling your thumbs and hoping it's going to drop and land in you and, like the Matrix, plug you in. And all of a sudden, I want to fly that chopper, and within seconds, you can fly the chopper. Don't work like that. It don't work like that, guys. You can make it work like that if you start moving and start studying, start writing a list. Okay, I want to know about this subject. What do I need to know? Maybe get your hands wet a little bit with it. So you got to feel for it. And then, you start learning from there. So how my journey started with the energy, started looking at energy. I just went from there, just started learning, reading and watching and asking questions and just wanted to know. And then progressively you get better. But you don't get any better if you just sit. Change the behaviour, guys. Stay the course. Namaste.